Hey, what's up, MLE fam? This your guy, James Davis. Happy Thursday. Get ready for the weekend. But for the weekend, we're celebrating. We're celebrating progression, entrepreneurship, opportunities. We're celebrating Memphis. And we're celebrating with a special guest, a special good friend of mine, Pearl Eva Walker, the hair diva. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Man, I'm good. You guys, you may have seen Pearl Walker, hair diva, here, there, around the city, doing different things. Everything is really cultivated something awesome in the city. And right about now, we're going to touch on a few things that she has going on. First of all, tell us about this page that's getting all the attention. Memphis Raise Your Expectations, is that it?
Yes, Memphis Raise Your Expectations, known as MROD.
MROD, okay. And how long have you had it?
I started it 3.5 years ago in the spring of 2015.
You know, I've seen the page, and I actually don't even know this answer myself, but I need to ask for myself and for the public. What made you start the page?
Well, actually, I was dealing with a lot of political topics and social commentary on my personal page, and I judged that it wasn't the perfect balance for my personal page, so I started a page just for that. And I got the name Memphis Raise Your Expectations from former congressional candidate Nikki Tinker. That was her slogan, actually, and it resonated with me. I loved it, and I never forgot it. So when I put the page together, I didn't have a name, and I thought about Memphis Raise Your Expectations, and it was just perfect.
So what are some of the topics you talk about on that?
We deal with current events in Memphis. We deal with the politics, IRV, the upcoming, we're in election season right now, so we're dealing with the referendum, the IRV, the yes or no vote. We deal with anything political. We do touch on some national issues as well, but we talk about the poverty here, the institutionalized poverty, Memphis Tomorrow, the Edge Board, and it does have a balance, and that's our new slogan, Balance Memphis. So we deal with some heavy topics, but we deal with some lighter things too, you know, the community festivals and other things that are going on in the city.
Oh, this like a whole lot right there. I've seen some of the traction on the page, I've seen some of the feeds, and they are right along sometimes. So with that being said, are there any particular people on your page that you know that just love to chime in?
That love to chime in? Well, actually, that's kind of twofold. There are people who love to chime in, and then there are people who come to the page just to read the comments from people who love to chime in.
Like me?
Like you. Yeah, so the traffic to the page is a whole lot more than what's actually going on the page. It does have a lot of traffic, but people look forward to hearing from Al Lewis, Fergus Nolan, a lot of people. Myla, wow, and myself, of course. And another thing that I love about the page is the diversity. It's diversity with age and race and economic backgrounds and things like that. And there are a lot of people who are Memphians, former Memphians, who live in other places, and they tap into the page to stay in touch with what's going on with Memphis. And it is the go-to page for social commentary and political thought based on the feedback that I'm receiving from people on Mondays. A lot of people downtown, they tune into the page to see what's going on. And actually, news breaks sometimes on that page. The local media, they come to the page to find out about things. And also the blacklist that the mayor's office put out about the people who were not allowed in City Hall. The news about the blacklist broke on that page, not with the local media, but it broke on that page.
Are you kind of surprised or taken aback by how much traction and how much activity and how much recognition your page is getting?
I am surprised, but one thing about the page, it doesn't need me. Whether I'm posting or commenting or not, the page goes on without me, and I love that. And so the energy is just continuous, and that's something that makes this page special, that is not dependent on me to have life.
Now, the page has a lot of traction. That means it has a lot of members as well. About how many people you think are on your page on the average, or how many members does this page have?
Well, it keeps a tally. So right now we're just above 3,800, and we'll probably reach 4,000 by the end of the year. And we're anticipating, because next election season is going to be really hot. So by the next election, October 6th of next year, we're anticipating it'll probably be up to at least about 5,000 members.
Okay. This is going to be a surprise question, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited were you about the recent elections in Memphis, and how excited are you about those future activities of people involved?
I was excited about the outcome. As you know, we had a lot of women who were elected. Congratulations to all of the candidates who were elected and re-elected, but there were a lot of women who were elected this past election season, and I was particularly excited about that.
And what do you think about the national climate here when it comes to election? Midterms coming up, Donald Trump is in office. We had a lot of big things on the news. CNN had breaking news story all day yesterday about the threats that was made to the bombing, to Clinton, Obama, and some other people. What do you think about that climate?
Well, I just want to speak to the race between Bredesen and Marsha Blackburn. That race is the hottest race in the country. That's the most talked about race in the country, and so whoever wins that race is going to determine the path of the Senate moving forward in terms of their in terms of what they're going to be about, what their focus is. So we want to particularly keep an eye on that Bredesen Marsha Blackburn race.
Okay, all right. I'll pause right there.